We continue looking into Psalm 81, God's blessing on his people. Verse 8 of 81 reads, "Hear, O my people, and I will admonish you. O Israel, if you would listen to me." Through the psalmist, Jehovah now states the terms of the somber covenant between himself and Israel. He says, "Hear, O my people," a call very similar to that in Psalm 50 and verse 7. "Listen, my people, and I will speak. I will testify against you, Israel. I am God, your God." God reminds the people what his covenant with them required in order to secure his favor. Verse 9 of 81 reads, "Let there be no strange god among you, nor shall you worship any foreign god." What was demanded in exchange for God's favor was that they should acknowledge him, obey him, serve him. The context of the passage has two phases, which each repeats the other for clarity. The Hebrew word rendered here as strange is zur, and both phrases prohibit the worship or adoration of gods of a foreign nation. This was a primary statute in the law of the Hebrew Commonwealth. Verse 10 of 81 reads, "I, the Lord, am your God who brought you up out of the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide, and I will fill it." Here is the foundation of God's claim to Israel's exclusive worship and devotion. The great deliverance out of Egypt was God's claim upon his people's allegiance, that which morally bound them to their God. The word picture here is that of a mother bird's attempt to feed her chicks that are still nest bound as they reach with their open mouths. God is saying to the nation, you don't need any other gods or the gods of foreign nations, for there is no shortage of my power or resources. This passage is just as applicable to the church of our day as it is to God's special possession, Israel. For just as our Creator lifted them up out of slavery, he did that for us likewise when he delivered us from the slavery of sin. There is no fundamental necessity of life that he is not willing to meet when we will turn to him in love and obedience. The real question then is why Israel, or even the Gentile church should ever turn to the weak and beggarly elements of this world for happiness. We read in Galatians 4:9, "But now, since you know God, or rather have become known by God, how can you turn back again to the weak and bankrupt elemental forces of this world? Do you want to be enslaved to them all over again?"